You see, one of the fishing regulations out on Puget Sound, when you're sport fishing for salmon, you need to fish with barbless hooks. However, a hook of this size is next to impossible to find one in any tackle store that's barbless. So what you can do is you can take a pair of pliers and just come along here with your pliers and grab the barb here, and you can close this down like so. Watch. Now it's a little bit tough at times because they're so hard. Big hooks like this are strong, so it's going to take a little bit of strength in your hands. You might need a bigger pair of pliers. The fisheries is going to come up, they're going to check your hooks to see if you're complying with the rules. If it grabs your skin, it's still considered barbed. Now see how I pinched it, but yet it still grabs skin. So this, even though I did pinch it, it's still considered to be a barbed hook. So jump on it again with your pliers and come in and just close it a little bit more. Now it's tough to do this because they're big hooks, but with a little larger pair of pliers maybe you'll be able to close it up. What you're looking at is a Mustad 92553 stainless steel 6/0. Believe me, I've fished enough to know that a large hook will really help put that one more fish in the boat. I've been out over the years fishing and hit big fish on 2, 3, 4/0, even up to 5/0, and they've ended up straightening the hook on me. There I was, big fish, and lost them. This 92553 stainless steel 6/0 is going to work the best for you. Here's the eye of the hook. This is the shank. Of course, you have the curve and the bend, the barb here, and the point. This hook originally was designed for carrying bait, to be in a cut plug herring. It's a standard hook that you see in just about all the tackle that you fish with. There's a problem with it, however. Because the point of this hook is bent downward, when the fish comes to bite that hook, they don't get good deep penetration. Here, let me show you what I mean. You need to take your fingers here, and I'll represent the head of a salmon. You see, this hook's behind a fly or a squid, and it's moving back and forth behind the flasher or dodger. The fish comes to bite this hook. You see how that hook doesn't go in my finger? Because the point of this hook is bent downward, isn't it? If I take my pair of pliers and I very carefully bend it the opposite direction, it'll go in better. Here, let me show you what I mean. Take my pliers. Now, on these pliers, go ahead and next time you see me at a boat show or on the water, ask me about them. It's a great little story about these pliers. See the barb here, how I poke it into my thumbnail? That's good. That'll hold it tight for me. Really get a good grip on the hook. Now, see how I take the hook here and I start bending it with the plier noses? I'm not using my wrist action and flexing the middle of the hook. I'm letting the closing of the pliers bend the point. And if you do it this way, you won't be breaking your hooks. Now, you see this? It's bent upward. Fish comes to bite. Boom. Right there in my finger. That would be the head of the fish. Bend your hook points upward. Now the hook's still designed wrong. You see the leader itself is tied to the end of the hook through the eye here on the shank. The line pulls the hook forward, pulling the point forward. But if I look at it a different way, switch it around here, you see how the point of the hook is going away from the shank? It's not in line with the direct line of pull. You need to take your pliers and very carefully get a good grip on it here and reverse the bend of the hook. See how the point now wants to go in line with the shank? Now you get direct penetration because it's in line. That's real important. I also like to do one more thing here, add just a little bit of a bend to it to kind of help it out. Now that point is in line with the shank. If I get another hook out, a standard hook that hasn't been bent, you'll see the difference. This is the standard hook. This is the Tehoki hook. And if I hold them up here like so, you'll see how the Tehoki hook wants to go in line with the shank, the direct line of pull here. But you see this hook? See how it goes away from the direct line of pull? That's real important in hooks.